Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training company passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to pass a strategic leadership interview. So if you have any kind of strategic leadership or management interview coming up with any company whatsoever, please make sure you stay tuned and watch this presentation fully from beginning to end, because I promise to help make you the standout candidate. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover. I am going to give you a list of strategic leadership interview questions that I strongly recommend you prepare for. I will give you suggested answers to all of the questions to help you succeed. I will give you some brilliant tips on how to be the standout candidate at your strategic leadership or management job interview. And finally, I will tell you where you can get access to further resources, including these slides, to help you pass your interview. So there's 4 really strong reasons why you should stay tuned and watch this presentation fully from beginning to end. Now, just very quickly, before I get into the strategic leadership interview questions and top scoring answers, a very warm welcome to this presentation. My name is Richard McMunn. That is me there in the center of the screen. I am a former fire officer of 17 years, and since then I've been helping people to successfully pass their interviews, and I always do that by giving you top scoring answers you cannot find anywhere else. On that basis, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the weekly training videos I upload. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded leaders and professionals. And finally, please do make sure you give the video a like. By doing so, that tells me you enjoy the content, and I therefore know it's worthwhile me creating more for you. Thank you very much. So the first question that we need to prepare for is, tell me about yourself and the skills and qualities you can bring to this strategic leadership role. Now, my tip for answering this correctly is strategic level roles require an entirely different level of skill set and competence. Therefore, in your answer, show you are someone who can lead through vision, innovation, courage, and creativity. Here is my suggested answer to the interview question. Tell me about yourself and the skills and qualities you can bring to this strategic leadership role. I am a leader who always focuses my work on the long-term vision and objectives of the organisation. I am very passionate about my work, and others have often described me as a dedicated leader who can not only get the most out of people, but who always ensures everyone within a team takes full responsibility for their actions and for ensuring we all work towards our goals. I can bring confidence and many years' experience managing and leading projects and teams. I am an articulate communicator and a delegator, and someone who is not just self-aware, but aware of how the work we do needs to be socially responsible and in line with the needs and expectations of your customers and your client base. If you hire me within this strategic leadership role, you have my guarantee I will be 100% committed 100% of the time. I promise to deliver on all of my projects and objectives to ensure the organisation continually grows and develops well into the future. That is a very positive, in-depth and strong answer to that first strategic leadership interview question. Now, you can either pause the video and take notes if you want to as I progress. However, if you wait, I will tell you where you can download my full set of 22 strategic leadership and management interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are working through together today. So the next question that I want you to prepare for is, why do you want to work for us in this strategic level role? Now, they want to hear that you have researched their organisation and that you have genuine and valid reasons for wanting to work there. Strategy level roles require a unique set of skills, so the company wants to be 100% sure you can perform highly within the position and that you are likely to stay with them for a long period of time. So here is my suggested answer to the interview question, why do you want to work for us in this strategic leadership role? For anyone who works in strategy or strategic leadership roles, it's very important you choose your employer carefully. Strategic leadership and management requires a specific level of thinking and action taking, and to achieve your goals, you must have a supportive, innovative, and forward-thinking employer. I spent considerable time researching you online and also speaking to others within the industry. They had nothing but positive things to say about you. Your reputation is excellent. You employ some very bright and talented people, and this is somewhere I feel I will not only be able to make an immediate and positive impact, but I will be able to stay here for many years to come within the role. So that is another really great answer, and it shows that you have researched the company, but you will also have genuine and valid reasons why you want to work for them, and your intent is that you want to stay there for a long period of time, which I believe is important. The next question. This is a tough one. Give me an example of a great product or service that was marketed extremely well. Now, if you are sat there in your strategic interview and you get asked this question, which does come up quite often, by the way, then you really have to think on your feet. The majority of people will not be able to answer this question, or they will answer it poorly. Now, working within any type of strategic leadership or management role requires you to observe and learn from others who have achieved great things. Now, this is a difficult question to answer, but here's a brilliant response to help you. This is how I would answer this question. I would say perhaps one of the best marketed products were the Beats headphones developed and created by Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine. The Beats headphones are a fantastic product, but the way the pair utilised the power of celebrity and social media to market the product at the time was ingenious. Now, by giving music stars and celebrities, they had worked with free headphones to wear during television interviews, helped to create a buzz around the product, and it also enabled them to gain free marketing exposure at the same time. When marketing great products or services, we often think we need to spend a fortune on advertising, when in fact a little bit of creative thinking can help you to achieve outstanding results. That is a very good answer, and you will be the only person who gives that specific example. But what I also like about that is you are giving an example of a brilliant product that was marketed so well, the advertising spend was near to zero. And that shows that you are financially astute, which is important. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to work through with you. But when you are ready, if you want to click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video, it will take you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, where you can download my full set of 22 strategic leadership interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we are working through together right now. The next question. What do you consider when creating or developing a specific strategic plan? Now, your ability to successfully deliver challenging strategic projects will form a core element of your role. Therefore, we need to understand the different elements of creating strategic plans prior to attending our interview. My advice is to break your answer down into specific steps. So here is a great sample answer to help you. I would always utilize a tried and tested 5-step process for creating a solid strategic plan. Step 1 would be to define the objective and the vision. I need to know what the end goal or result looks like. This will then enable me to write a vision statement. Step 2 is where I will create a mission statement document. The mission statement will include our target audience, what makes us different, and the product or services we want to develop to get us there. Step 3 will be to then perform a gap analysis. The gap analysis will help us to determine the skills and resources we need to meet our objectives and realize our vision. Step 4 is where I would set SMART goals. The goals we have will need to be specific, measurable, actionable, results-based, and timely. Finally, step 5 is where we will monitor progress to make sure we are on track to achieve our strategic goals. That is a very good answer because you are breaking it down into specific steps, which is a brilliant trait to have as a strategic leader. Using steps ensures that you are following a tried and tested process, but you also have clarity in action, which is very important. The next question, what are the biggest challenges our business will face in the future? This is a difficult question. Now, right now, there are a set number of challenges facing all businesses. Within your answer, show you can think strategically and that you have a plan in place for meeting the demands of the challenges you will face in your role. Here's my suggested answer to that interview question. What are the biggest challenges our business will face in the future? Here we go. There will be many challenges, but none that are insurmountable. Meeting the needs of your customers and clients will be a constant challenge, and it will be important that we stay ahead of the curve in relation to consumer demand. The digital economy will be one we have to continually embrace, and we need to also ensure the work we do is socially and economically responsible. Other challenges include financial responsibility and making sure the business is profitable and sustainable. We will also have the challenge of making sure we are able to attract, recruit and retain talented individuals to help us achieve our goals. Finally, we will have to make sure we meet all relevant regulations and compliance protocols that encompass the industry. I am somebody who enjoys rising to challenges, and more importantly, I always ensure my team or department are fully prepared for those challenges well in advance of them actually impacting the organisation. So that shows that you are strategic in your thinking, you are aware of the different challenges that you will face in the role, but more importantly, you are prepared for them. The next question, give me an example of a company that has been disruptive in its market. This is another very difficult question. Now, strategic leaders need to be innovative and creative, so this tough strategic interview question is designed to put you on the spot and assess whether you are aware of any businesses that have led through disruptive creativeness and innovation. Here's my own suggested answer to help you. A couple of companies immediately spring to mind. Tesla has been highly disruptive in its manufacturing of electric cars. To be effective within such an industry takes courage, determination, a constant desire to improve, and an element of risk-taking. Tesla has been formidable at leading the way in accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. Another disruptive and innovative business is Tinder. Again, the app-based company has come in to a highly competitive market and effectively turned it upside down by creating a simple, fast and easy-to-use app that takes the pain out of online dating. Most web-based dating services require lengthy registration processes, and it can take a long time to meet somebody who is often not compatible with you. Now, when it first launched, Tinder allowed people to instantly connect with and meet people in their surrounding location, and it was very easy and fast to use. What I like about that answer, you are giving two entirely different companies who are disruptive in a great way. They've come in to challenging situations and effectively turned the market upside down, creating brilliant products that are based on the needs and demands of their customers. And you are also explaining why they have been disruptive and innovative in their approach to business. So two really good examples there. Those are the examples I would use. So the next thing to do is please do make sure you click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. Go through to my website, passmyinterview.com. Take a look at all of the strategic leadership interview questions on that page that I recommend you prepare for. There are 22 in total. I've also put on that page 5 really important tips, additional tips that I recommend you read that will help you succeed at your interview. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please don't forget to subscribe, connect with me on LinkedIn, and also, more importantly, give the video a like. Thank you very much. A lot of hard work goes into creating these videos for you. And just by liking the video, it shows me that you find them worthwhile. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing. And I wish you all the best for passing your strategic leadership interview. Have a brilliant day.